Good morning, Ruth.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Great.
It's a beautiful spring morning, a
It
little
is.
cloudy, but uh, I was wondering if you'd talk to me a little bit about county government.
I would be happy to.
We've been talking about things in general, and you've been writing some letters to the editor. Uh, there's some problems that you see.
I see major problems. Government is there to provide services, and they are not doing that.
What
They,
are they doing?
they are accumulating a great amount of money in the budget from the transient occupancy tax, but it isn't being used for what it should be used for, and that is to provide services to the residents and to the visitors who come through here. And they're not doing that. We have a CAO, Dallin Kimball, who is now the mayor of Mariposa. The Board of Supervisors seems to accept everything that he suggests. He made $202,000 last year, plus $32,000 in benefits for a population of less than 18,000.
And shrinking.
And shrinking. People are leaving. Our roads continue to crumble. Our brush is getting higher. There is absolutely very little service. And then I heard through someone who has visits to a counselor at the welfare office, they put him in a new office that's being remodeled. It needs paint. It has patches on the wall. And this has been in the same condition for 8 months.
Okay.
Nobody goes over there to correct it. Why isn't Public Works set up to where they have, maybe they have it, but they need a supervisor to supervise the maintenance? They need a supervisor who's going to go out and check and make sure that the work is done. We need someone on the road department that's getting the roads back in condition. We have none of that. At least it doesn't appear to be from all of the complaints that I hear.
Well, there's no money.
No, all the money's being spent in administration. We've doubled the size of administration in the last 8 years. Dallin Kimball has made it his own private little business. He has excessive help. We've lost good help under his supervision or under his role as CAO. We had a lady come out from back east to be head of the welfare office. She was here for 3 months, left without notice. Renee LaRoche, who was a wonderful clerk of the board, was being pressured to be under his control. She left without notice for a better job. We have people retiring as soon as they can, and he's surrounding himself with his own choices. And if you spend the money to have twice the administration that you once had, and the population of the county continues to decrease, then there's no money left for services. I'm sure that the sheriff's office could be probably updated to give him a better hand on what he has to deal with. We have homeless that we didn't have 15 years ago. We have that to deal with. We have a situation where in our planning department now, if someone decides that they want to use mountain home zoning for another use, they seem to have no problem whatsoever to get a conditional use or change the zoning. Zoning is very weak. So I look all over the county. It is a problem that can be handled through a change in administration. And therefore, when you get back to what is needed in administration, you have more in the budget to provide money for the roads. I'm sure that Public Works, you can blame them for a lot of things, but if they don't have the budget to do the work, it isn't going to be done.
Can I You know, we've talked about a lot of things, and could you give me your opinion on something we talked about with respect to organizing a charter county to give us a better governmental structure in Mariposa?
Oh, definitely. I've given that thought for quite some time. That when you have as much government as we have that is ineffective to the residents here and the visitors, then we should be looking at a different form of government where we, the resident taxpayers and voters, have the opportunity to change it if it isn't working. Our
We-
hands are tied because right now, when today's election day, we didn't have people come forward to challenge the three offices that were up for election.
You know, we learned an important lesson. We learned that the power of petition and referendum put government back in our control. And we could, I believe, with a little effort, pass an initiative that would establish a charter county that would give us a little more, excuse me, little more accountability and in our government structure.
Well, no, I agree. I've given a lot of thought to starting the thought among all of us of changing the government in some form. And charter would be an excellent thing to look into. Because I have no problems at my age being out there collecting signatures because I feel so strongly about the fact of what I have dealt with. I also look at what's happening to our community. This is a 25 home residential subdivision. It isn't being addressed that way. The last 4 homes that have sold here are now vacation rentals. A vacation rental is no different than a motel in town. It is a commercial operation, and it's on residential property. And they say they have no way to control it. They do, through zoning. But they refuse because they want the TOT money to enhance their style of living. Their style, I'm talking about the CAO, who is making excessive amount of money on this job that he has. So, no, we need change. And I'm all for helping anybody that wants to get involved and looking into what's best. Charter is a good thing to investigate.
Thank you, Ruth.
Welcome.
You have a great day.